Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on how small creators never get listened to. And it's something that bothers me because a lot of the times when you look at some of these brands out here, who's promoting them? All right, who's trying to get signed with them? Who's trying to get? I mean, for an example, look at that whole phase 1 challenge that happened a while back. Who was the ones that was mainly promoting that phase 1 challenge? Small creators, right? And if you look at any other brand out there, it's like you look at the majority of their followers, you look at the majority, because the thing is this, with the big creators, they can get away with promoting these guys unless they sign some contract. But no, they could get away with promoting these guys every once in a while. You'll see with some big creators where it's you'll see with a lot of big creators where it's they don't really need to be worried about promoting no brand. Why? Because they're a brand themselves. So that's why the thing is this, I feel like a lot of the time that these brands be trying to impress these big creators or get them signed with them, and it's what you guys need that you're failing to understand is that this is the social media business. All right, now who you really, obviously you want to have some big cosigns or some big people behind the brand and stuff, but at the same time, the people that's really going to be promoting that brand, the people that's really going to be making you guys some money are small creators. The thing is this, the reason why I say that is because there's me and then there's this much more bigger creator. We're both partnered, or we're brand ambassadors for this brand. Since I had to say maybe the pandemic, I haven't really seen him promote them as much, but he did get into a lot of drama, so that's probably why. But and I don't know, maybe he but the thing is this, he was promoting them at a point in time it seemed like in all his videos. So I imagine he's probably made those guys a significant amount of money, right? I would have to say that I had equaled up to that same amount of promotion. If not, I probably did more promoting than he did because, fam, it seemed like it got to a point, and I'm I don't know if they ever had to send him that email, but it got to a point where they told me that I needed to slow down on the promotion. And the thing is this, I listened to them, but at the same time, I feel like that there's an unfair treatment going on between me and this bigger creator. Now, with this bigger creator, let's say, he was in the same situation as I was. And I don't know if he ever has been or not, but if he has, I'm pretty sure, that brand had, they were more, they listened to him more than they listened to me, because there was at a point in time where, they just wasn't responding, ignoring my messages and stuff. So let's say this big creator, and he's a big creator, he has millions of subscribers, that's how big he is, right? But let's say, with all the promotion that he did with this brand, right, that he goes and he's supposed to be getting paid on this day, but they never pay him. And I'd imagine that would concern him. That would concern anybody. You put somebody in a working business field, whatever, and they're supposed to get paid a certain amount, and they don't see that payment, that's going to raise some concerns. I could think of a time, even back at my old job at the cafe, where they were short on my paycheck. And I'm I know I put in more work than this. I'm so what's up? Right in the middle. No, when I had checked, because I had checked, I checked during work hours. I don't care. So, but anyways, I checked my bank, because I know they were big on not having your phone out while working and stuff. But everybody had their phone out while working. It was something that was even the managers had their phones out when they were working. But so anyways, I check. I see that, that I was supposed to, let's just say that I pretty much only had got maybe a little over 50% of my paycheck. Not the full 100% that I would usually get. I got maybe roughly a little over 50% of what my paycheck usually is, right? So without even I went straight to the back. I looked my manager in the face and I said, hey, I didn't get all my money. So what's up with that? And he told me, he was all like, oh yeah, it was like the bank had messed up or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, chill, ain't even tripping about it. But that's the thing though, and that's why I had to say that I appreciate much more about like much more controlled working environments, where in a situation like that, they really, if that job really needs your help, because that's something, I'm not trying to toot my horn, I'm not trying to say that I was the best person that ever walked throughout that company and things, but I felt like that was a well-respected employee from other coworkers, from the customers, even from the management higher up. I hit my microphone a little bit, so if y'all heard that noise, that was just me hit my microphone, but I felt like that was very well respected. So a very well respected person, they're not deserving of their full paycheck. You're having it where customers, no, this is literally what like my 4 years was like at that place. Yeah, I might have some bumpy rides. I would get good emails from the customers, okay? I mean, these customers would literally write full-length emails as if they were putting in their 2 weeks notice. They was writing full-length emails, right, about me to my managers, okay? Then talking on talking on management, yeah, the higher ups, these guys will come from wherever location they would come from just to say how much of a good job that I'm doing, okay? You even had it where customers right there, face to face, in front of everybody, will be telling me how much of a great cashier I am. I'm telling you, the times after you guys would have thought like I had ran that building, the way that I was so well respected throughout that building. Yeah, like I said, I had my bumpy rides when working there. Like I got into it with some customers and things, but it was nowhere near as compared to how good I was with other customers. I mean, you had it where there was at times where customers was introducing me into their families. I'm saying, like, I don't know how many times like customers there, bro, even it was my old manager, he had his family come through just so they can meet me. I'm saying, I'm like, again, I'm not trying to make it seem like that was the best person that ever walked the face of that whole business, but I felt like that I was well respected. Like, it was something where I'm like, no, customers, I guarantee and I promise you, I felt like that if some customer, like, let's say if some stuff had went down, I got fired, I feel like some of those customers wouldn't even come down there anymore. It, like, unless they were like really, really hungry. But I do feel like that there were some customers, like, they would literally probably would put up a fight. They would probably tell the manager that right to his face, like, what is he gonna do, fire me? We don't even work for the same business. But I guarantee and I promise you, there'll be some customers that'll come through and be all like, oh, I missed TMossBoss, or okay, like Tyler. They wouldn't call me unless they knew of my content creating career. They was like, okay, but I just that was a slip up, my fault. I wasn't that respected. They still will call me Tyler, but I'm trying to think. I don't think any customers ever did call me by my content creating name. I'm trying to think. I feel like there might have been one, but I think they were just saying it like, kind of as a joke. Like when they found out that I was a content creator, they were like, "Oh, what's up, TMossBoss?" Like they just say it like that, but it's like they go right back to like calling me Tyler or something. Like they like wouldn't be trying to get my attention. Like, "Oh, wait a minute, TMossBoss." That would just feel weird. I wouldn't want them. I think I definitely have been like, "Nah, you don't have to call me that. Like that's just that's just a stage thing. Like that's not that's like they when I was born into this world, my parents wasn't on some stuff like that where they were gonna name me TMossBoss. It would have been a unique name, but I just don't think that would have been a good fitting name and stuff. I mean, I think it would be sick, but at the same time, I'm like, I know people would probably ask like, would I name my kid that? No, I definitely wouldn't. That's as a nickname, like TMossBoss Jr., but not like not his or her government name. But anyways, all right, we getting a little off topic, but anyways. But if it was any other day, all right, so no, getting back to this whole payment thing. So let's say, scenario where I go back there and they're like, oh yeah, well, no, not even on some stuff where it's like they don't even say anything. They don't even respond. Like they might say, give me a response that first time around. But let's say, some weeks done pass by and I still haven't got paid yet. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have showed up. I've been like, until you guys pay me, I'm not showing up. So what's and I guarantee and I promise you, if word would have got around to them customers where like the ones that I was cool with, I guarantee and I promise you that they will be talking on that. that would be on some stuff where it's like, no, they would riot, probably be making some posts. I'm telling you, like, there were some customers where it's like, you guys would have thought like I was like a skinny sized version of Suge Knight. Like I was in, but like a more positive, like instead of having people scared of me, like I had people cool with me and stuff. But no, I'm saying like, I feel like I had like some ride or die, like, customer / cashier relationship going on. Like these, no, I'm saying like these, I kid you guys not, like my line could be long, right? And there's been times where customers would say this to me. My line would be long. The cashier, whoever is standing next to me, they can probably have nobody in their line, right? And they would have to tell people, like, or they could say, like, oh, I can help the next person in line. If the whole line was just full of customers that liked me, they would not move. There would be at times where I would look up, I'll be typing up stuff, and I'll look up at them. They're just staring over at that side, like, I'm not moving, because I like Tyler. Tyler's cool. He makes me laugh. Like he's somebody where it's, and I'm like, fam, like that's how. But no, let's say if word got around that management wasn't paying me, I guarantee and I promise you, I feel like there would probably be a mob of customers coming down to that cafe saying, hey, what's up with you guys not paying Tyler? Like, no, you guys need to, cause like the thing is this, with the company that I worked for, I do think that it was like, cause no, it was even like, so so I don't think they owned us, but it was like a contract like type thing that was going on where it's like they had like the power and I guess on whether I don't think it was on some stuff where they can like sell it. I don't know. I'll have to like ask like one of the higher ups, like how was that like business deal? Like what was that all about? But I do think that the other company, like the much more bigger company, which was Nordstrom's, I think they did have like some pull and say so on stuff that went down with us and things. I don't know. But anyways, like, cause no, these guys, I mean like the Nordstrom guys, like they would just come down and use our kitchen for stuff. So I do feel like that they had some sort of pull. But even with those guys, like the higher ups that worked for Nordstrom's, and I'm like, I feel like that was extremely hard to try to get in cool with them. But I didn't even work for those guys. They had loved me. Like, seriously, some of them Nordstrom's guys, okay, so, like, let's say there'll be some of them, like, the cooks that work for the Nordstrom's, right? They'll come down there, be cooking up stuff and things. They see me walking back. They're like, Tyler, hey. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, like, I honestly should just do a separate episode talking about how well respected I was. Like, just really give you guys, like, a step-by-step, play-by-play of, like, all the stuff that went down between me and customers there. Because I'm saying, like, well respected. But anyways, but I do think that a mob would have came down there if they was all like, if they seen that I hadn't been showing up, and then like, let's say one of the other cashiers told them what was going on, like, yeah, they haven't been paying him, so he hasn't been showing up, and he's not showing up until he gets paid. I guarantee and I promise you, they would go up to one of the managers that work there and be all like, hey, you need to pay that cashier because he's been nothing but nice to us, all right? Especially the one that wrote an email about me. Oh, there was a couple of times where customers, they wrote emails about me, and I know for a fact they definitely would have came down and said something, but that's how that would go, right? And so the thing is this, and I guess like, getting back into the social media business, or it's like it's different. They can, these bigger brands, they can go without a small creator promoting them. But it's like, imagine if that small creator, and this is like the fear that I want to put in these brands' eyes, where it's like, imagine when that small creator, when they get big. And then they see like, these videos before where it's like, oh, you was partnered with that brand, or you was a brand ambassador for that brand. What happened? And then I tell them like, oh, they wasn't paying me on time. So I was like, I'd stop promoting them, and they haven't paid me. And I was like, because they're the brand that me and this bigger creator that we're both signed with, that I don't know if he's still signed with them, but what was the point that I was getting right? Okay, you know what? Forget it, because I'm almost done with this episode, and I was like, I like how I was getting ready to say something, and it just slipped my mind. I don't know what's been going on, but that's been happening a lot recently, and I'm like, it's honestly, I'm getting sick of it. But all right, anyways, we just gonna keep it moving and things. But no, like I truly do believe though, like if I was a much more bigger creator, those guys would not be like holding out on because there is at a point in time, I think that's what I was getting ready to say. There was at a point in time where these guys just wasn't paying me, and they just kept ignoring me, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start talking about this on social media. Something better happened. And they still kept ignoring me. I was like, oh, they must think that I'm playing around. I made one post, and I guarantee and I promise you that same day, they paid me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, it shouldn't have to come to that point. It shouldn't have to come to a point where a small creator has to voice out their opinion that much just so you guys can listen to me. I'm telling you, people need to stop treating small creators like they just, like, oh, they're at the bottom of the barrel, like they don't matter. They don't have a say so in nothing. I'm like, nah, it's gonna get to a point in time where it's like, cause there's a couple of places that I want to talk on, because it just seems like that ignoring me is like, oh yeah, there's actually a few. I'm like, the thing is this, I cannot wait for the day where I blow up as a creator and I really could just air out all my issues with these brands, because they really just think that they could just walk all over people. And I'm like, and I would like to hope and think by that time, like, they don't wait until I'm a big creator. No, they actually like sit down and they're like, okay, like, we're sorry and all that. Like, now I'm not like, oh, don't wait until I have like millions of subscribers. No, say it right now while I only have thousands of subscribers, where I'm still considered a small creator. But I guarantee and I promise you, if it gets to a point in time where I just, there's a lot of these brands that stop promoting, and places that I just stopped doing business with, and people ask me, I'm gonna be honest with them. I'm not gonna hide the truth. I'm not like, bruh, the thing is this, I'm like, people need to understand where it's like, where you do podcast episodes like this, or if it's a YouTube video, or airing out what you need to say on social media, it's because that person is angry, and it shouldn't have to get to that point. So I'm saying, it's like, these places, they need to stop fooling around with these small creators, because I'm telling you, it's going to get to a point in time where small creators, I'm saying, it's either going to be when we get to being a big creator, or there's going to be people that give us a platform where we can air out our business. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. I ain't going to do no promo stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.